Hello, everyone. New people, current people, I don't know. This is my beautiful boy, Chippy. And today's video, I might never post. It might just be for me. But, I don't know. I'm struggling to find a way to enhance my life, to progress forwards. It's a little bit complicated. I had, well, my life's been very turbulent since a kid. I grew up in a very traumatizing household. Like huge stack of CPS files. Pretty much every abuse under the sun you can think of, I've gone through. But I persevered and I tried to make the most of it, and then I went to therapy and I started my own illustration business, and I was able to find some success with that. And I did have some issues, and I was looking into working part-time and doing the illustration business part-time while I was having a dip. But overall, it was, pretty successful considering it was his first year and things were going well. And then I had a medical emergency. And this is probably going to be a long ass video. It's mostly just going to be me trauma dumping a bunch. So strap in, I guess, if that's what you want to watch. Definitely oversharing right now. And I probably should have asked my therapist if this is a good idea, but I can't afford it right now because I am waiting for things to start getting sorted. I had a medical emergency and I lost a lot of blood, and I nearly died from blood loss, and I needed a blood transfusion because I had very large fibroids and one of them came out, which led to excessive bleeding, and a 7-week hospital stay that resulted in me being unable to walk. We thought it was anemia at first, because I have iron and folic acid anemia, which we also found out around that time, because I've been fatigued for years and years and years, and I've been asking the doctors about it, but they've just told me it was stress and blah blah blah, even though I was having like blackouts and shit. But it's, I'm a woman, I guess. After that, I continued to not be able to walk, and my mobility actually got worse and worse and worse. And I was having these moments where my whole body would go numb, and I would have symptoms very similar to a heart attack. Heart palpitations, full body paralysis. I was conscious of what was going on, but yeah. And they were saying like, oh, you might have brain damage, or you might be having heart attacks. I'm not sure. So obviously, I was readmitted into hospital. This time for about a little under 3 weeks, where they did every test under the sun, and they found out I most likely have FND. I'm still waiting for like the formal diagnosis, but I've already been speaking to like physiotherapy specialists and neurologists and such, right? So it's possible it'll change, but there's, we're pretty sure. We're looking at a formal diagnosis. Unfortunately, my version of the condition is that I have vocal tics, physical tics. I have about 10 to 15 seizures a day. Sorry, my boyfriend came in to get ready for work. I have like 10 to 15 seizures a day, and they really wear me out, understandably. Even before my condition, I really struggle with mental health problems. I have very severe CPTSD, and I'm currently chasing up an autism diagnosis. I was diagnosed with ADHD as a kid, but that was the late 90s. And I was a girl, and it's kind of awkward. Like they were like, oh, you have like a social disorder and reactive disorder and ADHD, but not autism because you don't like trains. It's more complicated than that, I know, but yeah. But I have a neurodivergent specialist therapist, and she suggested I get an autism diagnosis because I show a lot of the traits. Anyway, I so yeah, I have a lot of seizures, and these seizures can vary. I can have like paralysis seizures, but I also have confusion seizures, where I essentially just lose a lot of my cognitive ability, and I kind of almost regress, and I just get very confused. I don't really know what I'm doing, and I'm just kind of acting like a moron, which is embarrassing in social settings, but it makes me not want to go out as much, I'll be honest. As you can see, cleaning and such is very difficult because my partner works full time, and he's try to shift his hours around so he can help take care of me. But I'm on a waiting list for a PA, and I'm working with a physiotherapist to help try and improve my symptoms as much as possible. But I have to use a Zimmer frame and a cane, and I use a wheelchair when I'm outside. Because I have very, very low mobility. I essentially went from being a perfectly, well, not mentally, but physically abled person to suddenly having a lot of seizures and a lot of pain, and being unable to walk. I'm hoping that after my fibroid removal surgery that it will help my symptoms because I won't be in so much chronic pain every day. But it's not really a guarantee. Like it's not like it's gonna cure my symptoms. It's from my understanding from speaking to neurologists and the research I've done, FND is the kind of condition where if it doesn't go away after a few months, it's most likely going to be there long term. It could still go away, or go into remission, but it's more likely to be something I have to deal with on a regular basis. So why am I making this video? My life's been like such a roller coaster, right? So I escaped from my toxic household when I was 19, and then I went to university, which for me was a really big chapter in my life. But then I graduated into the middle of COVID, and I couldn't get a job because obviously nobody was hiring because everything was shut. So I was unemployed for about 6 months. All of the stuff that was supposed to help us get employment that was doing at university got shut down, right? We didn't even get to have an exhibition. It ended up being like a online thing. And I didn't get to graduate. And then our landlord gave us a Section 21 notice because he decided to sell the house. So then we almost became homeless, and then we got into this place, which is, we were really lucky with that. And then I went from temp job to temp job to temp job, and every time the temp job was like, my boss wanted to keep me on, but then they weren't able to get the budget in place, and like, that happened like 4 times. Although the 4th time they did try to get me to agree to another temporary contract, but at that point my illustration business was doing well, so I decided not to. And so I pursued that, and I was really enjoying it. And like I said, I had a really good first year, but it kind of went downhill. Mostly because I got my CPS files and I had to deal with some trauma, and I've got no contact with my family because there was like huge problems and arguments about inheritance and crap that I didn't give a shit about in the first place. And my granddad died of cancer. Essentially had to go say goodbye to him I don't even know, 2023 October, and then 2024 January he passed away. And then the family drama and blah. And then yeah, I was intending to get a part-time job, but then obviously I had my medical emergency. So again, why am I making this video? I want to learn to appreciate the smaller things in my life that I am able to do and celebrate like the small wins, and learn to be better at like living in the day to day, but also find a way to get a sense of accomplishment and find something to do and some kind of meaning in the day to day of my life, I guess. I don't know if it'll inspire anyone else. I mean, I'm just a big ball of depression, to be honest. But I have people that I love very much, and they're all rooting for me. And I'm still here because of them, for sure. I mean, I nearly died like multiple times in the hospital because like part of my seizures when they were very extreme is like I wouldn't be able to breathe, so I had to be on oxygen a lot. It's a whole different thing. But I'm still here, you know, despite all the depression and all the trauma and the hospital. And I guess I want to do something with it. My life, I mean. What does that look like? I don't know. I like being creative, but making art is just too much of a mental struggle for me now. Both in the sense of energy. I also have RSI on my hands from years of doing illustration, and there's like the issue of to be honest, with like AI and stuff, it completely like killed a lot of my motivation, which didn't really help. Just became a huge like mental fuck. I don't know why I'm bloody filming this. Probably never post it. If I do, I'm gonna have to do a lot of editing. I wonder if this is therapeutic. I had to stop therapy for a bit because I'm currently applying for benefits because not many people looking to hire someone who has 10 to 15 seizures a day, is a constant fall risk, and can't walk. I just don't really have any sense of structure or goals or anything anymore. And right now my main goal is just like to get better, but I don't even know what that looks like. Another jump cut. Really good at that consistent video line. Just seeing my way for enough to work. For some reason I've decided to show you this. I'm unable to do things like fine motor skills. So using a knife is not really an option for me, because like the more I focus on trying to get the movement right, the more I fuck it up. The way my physio explained it to me is it basically it's a software problems, like the signals in my brain don't sound right, and it's kind of like if you're told to manual breathe, I'm so sorry to do this to you, but if you're told to manually breathe, you have to start thinking about it. Ironically, it shows really well how that affects me. Like, I can't do that properly, right? So the more I kind of think about like walking, the worse I walk. Like my brain's able to do automatic movements in a sense, you know, better to some degree, but it struggles with doing it manually, right? That's my dog. Also, if anyone's wondering what's going on with this cage behind me, oh, this side. I rescued a racing pigeon from the street that was looking really like in poor shape. She had like a string around her foot and stuff. And I called up the organization. The guy didn't even keep pigeons anymore. And I've since rehomed her, but she was a very messy eater. And I've not had the energy to clean up the cage yet. So, and now my dog is squeaking behind me. You having fun, bud? You having fun? You need to interrupt the video. Anyway, back to the box. I got this because doesn't require a knife or any fine motor skills, and I'm hoping to contribute a little bit more to the cooking in the house. Because as of right now, I'm not allowed to go near the stove or use knives and stuff. Because, you know, my confusion seizures, regular seizures, and get stuck in doing repetitive motions, and it can cause a lot of accidents. And also, I'm at full risk. I've already fallen down like 4 times the last few months. So I have to be careful about what I can and can't do in the kitchen. But with this, I am hoping that I can help chop up some veggies and help with dinner a little bit. We hope. I'll let you know how that goes, I guess, if I ever... Me or internet, I don't know. I'm wondering why my face is so spotty. I pick my skin a lot. Very stressed, messed up hormones because of fibroids, and aggressive skin picking. It's not a great combination. I got like pimple patches to help me like not be allowed to pick them quite as much. I've only got one on at the moment, but I've still been kind of mean to myself and my face lately. So you know, there's that. God, this video is gonna be really long. I don't know if you're still here. Wow. Did you get anything out of this? Oh Lord. Right now I'm in my insomnia phase. So like a very common thing with FND, which can be a precursor, is insomnia and hypersomnia. And I'm in my insomnia phase right now. And girl, am I tired? I'm so tired. It's probably why I'm being a dumbass and filming this and putting my entire life on blast. Potentially for the internet. Potentially not. I don't know. I've decided yet. It's probably not a good idea. So why am I filming this, and why am I even doing this, right? I think about it sometimes, right? It's like a passing thought to film my life and I guess my recovery. At least we hope so. Both mentally and physically now. Maybe I can like film my achievements and, you know, my mobility improving, and it sounds nice on paper. I don't know if I should leave the pauses in or not. Sorry, I had a seizure. I'm also on like a lot of medication. pain meds, medication to shrink my fibroids that fucks my bone density, make me feel nauseous and sick, because you know, we take a lot of meds, they all come with their own side effects, right? I don't think my antidepressants are working either. This was supposed to help uplift me or something, I don't know. At least be therapeutic, or guess I'm just trying to talk out my feelings. I just don't have any sense of direction anymore, or if there's even anywhere for me to go, right? Just managing every day is hard, but I can't help the fact that I still want to do something with my life, right? There's only so much gaming and watching YouTube you can do before you get kind of sick of it. It's also not good. It's not good for your mental health, right? Like, the thing is, like, people who have to stay at home and just be on benefits because they're disabled, like, at least everyone I've spoken to and from my own experience, like, we don't want to do that. That's not good for human beings. Human beings thrive on a sense of purpose and drive, and doing nothing all day sounds nice, and it is for like the first like 3 months, you know, so if you get burnt out, whatever, and then you've had enough and you're like, shit, I want to do something. As of right now, on good days, I do journaling videos, like I do journal flip throughs, and I do a lot of journaling for my therapy, and to allow me to be creative. Sorry, but we're tired. And sore. I have very, very large fibroids. They're like, I've got like I had like a 9 centimeter and a 7 centimeter ones mushed together, and then a bunch of smaller ones. They are shrinking now, thank God. It's a 7 and a 5 or 6 next to each other now, which is great, but medication I'm on, it like reduces your bone density, and I'm really meant to be on it long term, so obviously I'm having to get my bone density checked every once in a while, and I'm at a risk of having fragile bone disease. I forgot the fucking name of it. If I started filming every aspect of it's a big burp. It's a big doggy burp. It's a big doggy burp. If I start filming every aspect of, well, I'm not gonna film every aspect of my life. Goddamn, fuck that. But like, if I try to film my day to day more, would I feel more motivated to try to do something with the day? Would I feel like I can celebrate the small wins? I just vlogged, you know, kind of thing. I don't know. You girls trying to find something to do. If not for the future, just for now. Or at least I have time. Not energy, but time. Anyway, I think I'll leave it there. I think this is going to be like a 30 fucking minute video. I don't even know who the fuck would want to watch it. I guess I could post it on the Journaling channel. It's kind of relative, but make of it what you will. Come here. Come here. Give the audience something positive. Come here. Come here, buddy. No, I don't want to play fetch. Come here. Chippy, come here. Sit. Wait. Here's my child. Oh,
you. You good boy. You precious boy. You my precious little man. Oh. You a good boy? Very good. Very polite.
Oh, he's done now. I hope that was worth the 30 plus minutes of just trauma dumping that you just had to watch. Bye. Hopefully the next one will be more positive. I do post this. I don't know.